I'm Carol Angela Davis. Thank you for joining me for your financial news on Wednesday, April 14th, 2010. Our headlines are number one, the Recovery Act is working, and we've got the proof. Also today, looking at the details, we'll tell you how the economy is improving. We'll give you the inventory and retail details. Also today, in media, satellite, telco, they're losing customers. You're probably one of them. Well, you know what you did when you dropped your service. Also today, we take a look at limited brands, and then we also take a look at Apple. And the news is good. Stay tuned for the details.
In America, 500,000 businesses are started each year. What does it take to launch a successful company? Discover the answers as entrepreneur Michael Vedini interviews the area's premier business leaders.
There's no better time right now for anyone to start a business.
Success is opportunity, timing, luck.
I knew that it was going to take a lot of hard work.
It's all about leadership. That's where it starts.
Join us for American Entrepreneur.
I'm Carol Angela Davis. Thank you for joining me. Today is Wednesday, April 14th. This is your financial news, and we do have good news for you. It looks like the government's Recovery Act is responsible for between 2.2 and 2.8 million jobs, and that is just through the first quarter of 2010. We are so happy to report that. That is the word from the White House. The White House's Council on Economic Advisors says the $787 billion economic stimulus package is on track to create or save 3.5 million jobs by the end of the year. You know that the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, which was signed into law in February 2009, it is the largest stimulus package in the nation's history. So far, we should tell you, $525 billion of that stimulus money has been committed to specific projects. We should tell you that $370 billion has been paid out. We should tell you more than $110 billion went to tax relief through credits for first-time home buyers, for college expenses, and for energy-efficient home improvements. Another $90 billion went to unemployment benefits and food assistance through the end of March. Well, the news just keeps getting better. Looking at the details, business inventories, they rose for the fourth time in 5 months, climbing 0.5% in February. That is the word from the U.S. Commerce Department. Inventories rose a revised 0.2% in January. That is up from the previously released unchanged statistic of a decline in December of 0.2%. February inventories, we should tell you, increased in the manufacturing sector, but did fall slightly in the retail and merchant wholesale sectors, even though also in February, sales rose 0.3% with all three sectors. We're talking manufacturing, retail, and merchant sales. All three sectors did register gains. Sales are now up 6.8% in the past 12 months as of February 2009. Let's go. In media, cable, satellite, and telco, we should tell you the subscribers are down. While these companies still have more than 100 million TV subscribers, by the end of 2009, you should know that nearly 800,000 people simply cut the cord and dropped their services. They dumped their cable, their satellite, or their telco TV providers. We're talking about providers like AT&T and Verizon. Instead, consumers went to web-based providers like Hulu. They went to downloadable shows on iTunes. They went to buy-mail subscription services like Netflix, and they also are using over-the-air antennas for their favorite shows. We should tell you that if this trend continues, by the end of 2011, the number of cord-cutting households in the U.S. will double to about 1.6 million folks. Wow. In retail, let's take a look at limited brands, parent of Victoria's Secret and Bath & Body Works. The company is now creating a separate unit for its Canada operations. It'll be called Limited Brands Canada. It'll be based in Montreal. The company saying, in addition to that, it is partnering with MH Al Shaya Company to operate stores in the Middle East and does expect to open its first Bath & Body Works store. That should open later this year there in the Middle East. Looking at Apple, the company is just doing well. The company says it sold so many iPads that it has to push back the international launch of its iPad by a month. Pre-orders and pricing for the international version of the iPod are now going to start on May 10th, and the iPad will then ship at the end of the month. Apple says it sold over 500,000 iPads in the first week the iPad was on the market. Wow. Those are your stories. Thank you for joining me. See you tomorrow, same time, same place, new stories. See you then.